Hi, Heather here. I haven't posted in a couple days. I haven't been feeling great. I think I'm going through carb withdrawal. Um, I felt like I've had the flu, but I haven't felt sick. Just like my body didn't want to do anything. Um, and I find it funny that in the Bible in Exodus, I think it's like 3:19 or something. He actually, it almost seems like it's a punishment that we have to eat bread. So I find that kind of amusing. Um, but I was watching Lillie Kane and she did this interview with I forget the guy's name. He's a doctor, but they were talking about how you should be eating living things and not like the center of the store things, the things that they package up and all that. It should be living items, fresh fruits, vegetables, and people have said that a million different ways before, and I've watched it, but it didn't click like the way this guy did. And I always have a problem with, they tell you to eat a certain way, but they don't tell you exactly what to eat. And so I'm always messing it up, or I feel like I'm messing it up. It stresses me out so bad. Um, but this guy said that, like, for breakfast, you'd have a boiled egg, an avocado, and an orange. So that makes sense to me. And it just clicked, so I've been starting that. I've been doing it for about maybe 2 weeks now. But the carb withdrawals really hit me this week, and I have not been able to do really much of anything. um, but yeah, so I was reminded of that because it was on STTalks today, where she mentioned that she had also been watching Lillie Kane. I thought that was amusing, which also reminded me that on a previous episode, I had watched. She mentioned that her and her husband no longer pay for insurance, and um, that's something I've always thought about how it seems weird that we pay so much for insurance and you still have to pay out of pocket for things and it ends up costing you so much money. And if you think about it, how much that costs you throughout your lifetime. And I had been thinking about it for a while because I'd actually written a book and I was being so lazy about finishing it up and I finally did. So it's actually going to be out in a couple days. I published it already on KDP, about how we've been doing things a certain way for so long and no one likes it, but no one's introducing new ideas. Like, why don't we have other people coming up with new ways of doing things that are better if it sucks so bad? So I wrote this book about what, I don't know if it's the greatest idea in the world or not, but at least it's something different than what we're doing now. Basically accounts that you put your money into instead of paying to the insurance company, and you get to save that money. And if you don't use it for your, insurance needs, then you save it and it builds. Why isn't there, something different? Just something different. And it's like that with so many different things out there in our lives today that have been structured in a certain way that we feel trapped and like there's no other options. I mean, why? Why can't we have other options? I mean, but that's all I really wanted to talk about today. But I'll link the ST Talks and the Lillie Kane video down the bottom and tell me what you think.